of them, and before we get to talk to them, we just want to encourage you guys to keep on sending those virtual gifts. I have the live here right now, to send your thoughts, to send your questions, and to do all of that good stuff. But there's another show, and actually, one of our guests today actually guested on this show very recently, and I was very happy, and I was very hopeful to see the outcome of all of this. Of course, catch the second episode of Mix and Match coming up this Friday at 7 p.m., featuring another mix baby himself, Jairus Aquino. Again, this is the second episode of Mix and Match, and it'll be a really, really good time. But for now, actually, wag na natin patagalin pa. They actually have a time limit on this today. Let's intro our guests. I'm so excited. We have Sam, Ai, Danny, and Anton. In other words, the dream team of Mix It Up. Let's go, everybody.
What happens when a diverse bunch of young, curious TV hosts go off script?
Kobe!
Listen as they share their unfiltered opinions on life, love, and whatever's trending. Oh, and their famous friends might get in the mix too.
Wait. For all time's sake, we have to do it. For all time's sake, we have to do it. Hey, guys. I'm VJ Edward.
Oh my gosh.
I'm VJ Ai. I'm VJ Sam with 2 M's.
I'm VJ Anton.
And I'm VJ Danny. Welcome to
Mix
That was so nostalgic.
Oh my gosh.
Gulat
Can we
kami
just
dun
can we just say to our amazing tech guru Feliz and our amazing producer Atiana, thank you so much kasi kahit ako hindi ko alam na mangyayari yun. I was surprised. But oh my gosh. Hi guys.
Hi, Edward.
Hi.
Was it
Hi,
just me?
everyone.
Sorry. Was I the one who gagged? Kasi I was like, wow, trip down memory lane. Edward was the gagging. Or baka it's my Wi-Fi.
Oh my, that's your Wi-Fi.
your
Wi-Fi.
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 That's fine. Okay. I got the
Lumipat na yung
curse.
sumpa.
Oo.
Tapos
My bad. My
Hey
bad.
guys, if you think about it, there are two big things that inspired my journey in this industry, and this is not about me, but those two things were PBB and I can say mix. So in a PBB fashion, here on a mix show, we're going to intro the four of you na isa-isa. So we have here to on the other side of I, we have ang big payong and foodie queen ng Makati, VJ Sam.
Let's go!
Oh my God! Can I just say I've always wanted one of those taglines. So thank you so much, Edward.
I have
Thank
one
you
for
so
all
I'm
of you.
nervous. What's mine?
Sana hindi kayo ma-offend. Because you're nervous, Anton, you're going up next. We have the dancing Bibo Kid ng
Okay.
Quezon City.
Okay. All right.
Let's go!
Bagay.
And of
Respect
course,
that, respect
right
that.
next to him, we have ang bubbly fitness guru ng Laguna, VJ Danny.
Wow. Hey, let's go.
And we have, of course, right next to me, ang brainy mother hen, ang Nick.
Okay.
VJ I. Actually,
Let's go.
Ate I'm actually typing. I'm not gonna show it to everyone, but I'm going to type in the chat what we were thinking of calling you
Oh my God.
before.
Oh my God. Pwede.
Ate, you know why though we were.
Yes.
Okay. So in the past, regardless, to everyone
yeah.
watching, we have quite a few people watching right at the moment. Actually, medyo naglalag nga yung aking live, so I can't tell you how many just
Wow.
yet. But there are so many people who actually are messaging me saying, "Bakit sila? Why are these your guests?" Like, of course, we had different guests, and now we have. Parang why? Like, what's the thought process behind it? And a lot of people don't know that this is the OG gang of the Mix It Up podcast, where actually over a year ago we had our beginning ng Mix It Up podcast. This is actually the time that we all got close. We had our own podcast, of course, backed by Mix. Of course, minus Robbie. Robbie was also part of that group and that family as well. But sadly, because of certain retrenchments within ABS-CBN, that ended. but we are all back together now for a mini reunion. So I just have to ask all of you guys one by one. I'm so happy because you guys have been doing so much by yourselves. Like lahat tayo individually may ginagawa. Of course, we have Ai and Sam doing stuff for Mix, Anton with his amazing podcast, and Danny doing so much fitness. I see all of these. You know, she even has her own class, I believe it is at the moment. So let's start with VJ Sam. Kumusta ka, VJ Sam?
Okay naman ako. Thank you for asking. Wow, di ako sanay na ako yung nai-interview. Kasi I feel like every day ako yung nag-i-interview ng ibang tao. But thank you for asking, Edward. I'm good. I've been busy, of course, as still a mixed VJ with interviewing everything that goes on with being
BTS
a mixed
Army.
VJ. Yes, also BTS takes up like
Oh my
most of
God.
my life now. I'm very proud about it. And also still like content creating, which I feel like I really own this year. So yun yung mga ganap sa buhay ko ngayon. Well, yun
Okay,
lang.
going back to our mother hen. Ate Ai,
Oh,
you've
yes.
also been doing a lot for Mix. You've been parang before there used to be 6 VJs that were doing a lot of work, and now that work is split amongst 2 VJs, so you and VJ Sam. So kumusta yon, Ate Ai, adjusting to a new normal for Mix?
Well, of course, it was very hard kasi ando na yung fact na, of course, na-miss ko nga lahat. Na-miss namin lahat ng mga nawala. But, yeah, I think Sam and I are, ano kami, tag team kami. Like,
Surviving.
Yes.
Sam, pwede ba makipag-switch next week?
Yeah. And we're the only
Sam, may
two
sakit
options.
ako. Yun nga eh. Pero okay naman, same. I mean, you know how it is with Mix naman. Nakakapagod because there's a lot of work, but we're happy because, you know,
Yes.
we love this job naman. We all love our jobs. Okay, there.
Love the craft. I love that, and I'm so happy. Hopefully, one day, may reunion sa Mix mismo, hindi lang sa show na headed by Mix, but like we're
Yeah.
actually able to come together once again. Pero Anton, this guy has not stopped doing a podcast. So he
Oh,
has his
yeah.
own podcast.
Oh.
Anton on one. I was actually, I
Yes.
think, tama ba Anton? Lahat kami nakapag-guest na.
I
Other than
haven't
Ate Ai.
had no on that podcast on the new podcast. I've only had Edward and Sam pa lang as of now.
Okay.
I didn't want to sunod-sunod the mix VJ
Yeah.
mix VJ. But yeah, still doing that. And I wanted to say when you said na it's been more than a year since we had this, I felt nostalgic bigla, but at the same time kind of sad kasi parang my gosh, we're still here. Like it's still we're in
Yeah.
lockdown again.
Still the same,
I have a new microphone and camera, but like it's still kind of the same. So yeah, the podcast and baka hindi halata, pero I feel like it's an internal improvement. I have been working out minimum 3 times a week. Like
Yeah.
October. I haven't stopped. I remember Danny and I had a daily top 10 episode where she was like teaching me stuff, and I was really thinking like, am I gonna get to do this? Am I gonna get to really work out that regularly? But I'm proud to say that although I won't show anything to prove it, I've been working out, exercising regularly.
Iniwan mo
believe
na ako
you.
sa Team Sam Gyup.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Sorry, I don't want to be part na.
Pero Anton, you started in October last year, tama ba?
Yeah.
What was the trigger before you move on to Danny? What was the trigger for you to start like I want to work out? What was the motivation there?
I mean, as in, I don't know if it was motivation or more of like, wala na rin akong choice. Wala na ako ng trabaho. Wala na ako ng girlfriend. So parang, I guess if I won't work out now, I'm never gonna do it. So
Let's go,
No, but
Anton!
I've also been not just that. I've been meditating na every morning. So it's really like a self-improvement type of process na physically, mentally, emotionally ran. And hopefully it's gonna lead to bigger things and a better me in the future.
Of course.
Mix
Thank
and
you.
match. Mix
I know.
and
I was
match.
I was about to say that Ate I guested for the first episode of Mix and Match, and I'm just saying right now to the almost 1,000 people watching, Anton is gonna guest. Anton has to guest.
Alright, let's do it.
But
Let's do
someone
it.
who cannot and will not guest is our final
Oh, yes.
DJ,
Oh, yan,
Danny.
the one na
And I
yan.
think out of all of us, kahit si Sam, my boyfriend din, Danny's just like super solid. Walang mangyayari dyan. Cannot guest on Mix and Match. Danny, how have you been? You've been doing so much, but tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking also, Edward. Well, kunwari. No, but I missed being here, you know what I mean? But like, what Anton mentioned a while ago, sad din kasi nandito na naman tayo, guys. Nandito naman ako sa Laguna. Na-stuck na naman yung gamit ko sa Mandaluyong. And that's exactly what happened the first,
Yes,
remember, diba? Wala
Yes,
akong
yes.
mic. Ako na naman yung walang mic sa ating lahat. But aside from that, I've really been, Josh and I, we have clients now. We are both coaching. Clients, we have, we're fitness coaches. I'm a transformation coach. Josh is a fitness coach. So, ang ganda ng tandem namin. I'm more of the wellness side and he's doing the training, the program, stuff like that. So, right now we have about, 20-something clients this batch and we're doing it every 2 weeks. So, may new batches kami every 2 weeks. So, that's very, very exciting and we're having so much fun. Yeah. And I've always dreamt of becoming a coach. So, yeah.
Okay, 2 questions, Danny. When is the next sign up and how much to sign up?
Well, para wag na lang
Because-
natin i-mention yung price, but the next sign-up date would be April. Actually, open na yung early bird sign-ups namin. And then the next batch is starting April 5th. So, yeah.
Okay, I
Can
will
butt
sign
in
up
with a question?
Okay, go.
I wanted to ask a follow-up question to Danny. Kasi you're talking about mix and match and Josh. May bagong news na ba?
Ha?
May bagong news na ba? Or any talks? Or any potential? Kasi uso sa pandemic yung nakatipid kasi mag-eat kami.
And ang dami
Alam mo na
na-engage
Yeah.
during the pandemic.
Guys, wala pa rin eh. Invisible pa.
Okay.
But, yeah, there have been talks. We have been talking about it naman
Uy.
talaga. Yeah.
Nag-comment si Josh, sabi niya
Ay.
yung emoji na ganito.
Wow!
Well, actually,
Okay.
anong reaction mo doon, Danny? What would you do?
No
If
pressure.
you were to-
Okay lang yan.
If he were to propose to you within this year, would you say
Uy,
yes?
grabe naman, Edward!
Commercial.
Kasi honestly, I lied about him doing that emoji, but he's actually watching. He said, ha ha ha. So,
Oo nga
akala ko
eh.
hindi siya nanonood.
Nandito
Don't
siya.
put me on the spot, bro.
No, but he knows na. We both know when the right. I mean,
Okay.
kami lang makaalam ng right
Okay.
time. So,
That's
kaya mo yan, Josh.
But actually, speaking of the right time, we all had our own right time when it came to coming into mix, into blossoming as hosts. I remember me especially, I started out with like no experience doing it. And I remember being so pressured. Kwento ko lang sa mga viewers, we have to say to our almost 1,200 viewers, my very first taping sa studio, lahat sila walang taping. Photo shoot lang nung time na yan. And during my first ever spiels as a mixed VJ, they were just watching me. So they watched me make mistakes. They watched me make mistakes. So nakakakaba. But kayo guys, I don't want to ask you about how you guys became VJs, but just tell me, what was that special moment for all of you as a VJ, as a mixed VJ? Let's start with Mother Hen.
Special moment?
Mm.
Special moment?
In terms of what?
Paano special moment?
Parang in terms of regardless of if it was a big event, like Donnie when he was on the show, he talked about that time where he was late for, I forgot what event that was. Like he came late to an event, and Sir Andre, Miss Ina were all there. So parang 2 hours late siya. It can be a funny memory. It can be a special interview. Whatever. Parang si Ate Ai may naalala.
Hindi naalala ko yung kay Donnie.
Okay.
Kasama tayo noon yung parang out of town.
Yeah,
Sinundo
that's
natin
the one.
siya. Oo. Okay, special moment with Mix. Ang dami. Hindi ako nagtatagal dahil wala akong maisip pa. Dahil ang dami to choose from in my almost 8 years with the Mix. Okay, ewan ko kung bakit, pero ito yung tumatatak sa akin ngayon. One of the special moments I had with Mix was when they taught me a very valuable lesson. Kasi, it was one of the last days ni VJ Chino Louis Pio. So, we were crying sa studio, ganyan. And that was the time na news anchor din ako sa ANC. And then because we were very emotional that time, I forgot I had the live newscast with ANC that I wasn't able to attend. Like, parang nakita ko na lang sa phone ko, dami na biglang missed calls. So parang, oh shoot, oo nga pala. So parang, I was asking the mixed people, parang, what do I say? What do I say? Kasi parang, shocks, andito lang ako the whole time. Bababa lang ako for ANC, tapos yun na, hindi ko pa nagawa. Kasi talagang time flew. And then, noong una parang nag-iisip-isip pa, syempre lahat ng mix parang kanya-kanyang ambago. Hindi, sabihin mo ganito. Sabihin mo ganito, ganyan. Parang, ay, nagkasakit ka. Or parang sumakit siyan mo, mga ganon. And then, at the end, biglang, si Miss Ina, sabi niya, hindi, alam mo, sabihin mo yung totoo. Hindi ka namin tuturuan magsinungaling. Kasi kung ako yung boss mo sa ANC, mas gugustuhin ko malaman kung ano yung totoo nangyari kesa yung alam na alam kong nag-makeup ka lang ng excuse. Mas ma-appreciate ko yun, sabi niya. So parang, isa yun sa mga biggest moments in my life na parang, oo nga no, parang always choose honesty when it comes to that. So parang since then, I've always carried that na lagi kong sinasabi what really happened and ayoko yung nagme-makeup ng excuses because of that. Parang dati pa naman ako ganon. Like, you know how I am with lying. Pero mas na-solidify nung moment na yun na parang, oo nga no, always choose honesty. So there, I told them the truth and they appreciated it naman.
Wow, that was the first time we've ever heard that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm shocked.
I was like, Ate Ai was late?
Yeah.
Next late.
Hey, she's always
Never.
late. Shocking.
Yeah. I tried to think of something I've never kwentoed before sa mga episodes.
Okay. That's a nice story. I like that one. We can include that sa highlights reel ng episode na to. Pero I feel like Danny and Anton are still really thinking.
Yeah.
So punta naman tayo kay Anton.
Nice.
Let's stress
Nice.
you, bro.
Sige. I feel like my first, kasi there's a lot of moments but I feel like what sticks out as a special moment talaga. I think it was my interview with Kaki Pangilinan. It was for the, you know how in the Mixed Daily Top 10, you have interviews with artists in between. Kasi all the interviews leading up to that, I always felt like I was just parang playing like, okay, there's this seat of the mixed VJ and you can kind of put anyone there. And I just kind of felt like I was filling in a role na parang, okay, I'll just read the questions that they give to me. I'll just say what I have to say, ganon. But I don't know why specifically that conversation, I don't know if you can say broke out of my shell. And I was like, you know what, sige, I'll try to be more Anton. I'll try to just have fun with it a little more. And then I feel like it was, am I lagging? Sorry.
No,
No, you're good.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just very into my kwento. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yun, it was that. I think my favorite part naman talaga kasi about my experience as a VJ. Also, especially during our online sessions, it's the conversing with people, connecting with others. So I feel like that's why it was very special to me. Sorry, my first.
You never forget your first.
You
Yeah.
never forget your first.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
I don't know
move
how to
on.
move on from that. All right, Sam, you look super secure. You have a story for us?
Well, I have like what Ian and Ton said. There are so many moments, and parang mix really allowed me to fulfill a lot of my dreams, like meet a lot of artists that I wanted to meet before pa. But kind of related to Anton, it's also an interview where I realized na I can really be myself around artists, because I felt the exact same way also that he felt na parang I had this role nga as a mixed VJ. I wanted to be serious, credible, yung mga ganon. So when you think too much about that, parang feeling mo you get very uptight and parang you kind of hold back during those times. But I had an interview with Hon. It was my second interview with them. It was in the studio of Mix. Anton was there, actually.
I was watching. Yeah.
Yeah, and then parang everyone was there. Like everyone in Mix, like so many people were there. I don't know why, but ang dami nila sa studio that day. But everyone was there. So obviously I felt the pressure, diba? That day I was like, oh my God, like why? Bakit sila nandito lahat? I was super scared. But that day, I don't know why, I just felt na I could let go and really talk to them, like how I would talk to my friends and stuff like that. And then after the interview, parang in front of everyone, the two guys from Hon, sabi nila sa akin, you're such a good interviewer, Sam. That was so much fun. Like we really had so much fun. And they remembered me from my last interview with them the first time.
Wow.
So parang ako, I was like, oh my God, parang why haven't I been doing this whole time? Parang I've been so nervous, so anxious by holding myself back, ganun. And then that was the moment I realized na it's totally okay to act and to talk to someone with respect and like and talk to them like I would talk to a friend, ganon. So it was really cool being able to do that. So that was my moment. Yeah.
I love that. Actually, that's probably
Validation.
one of the best things that you can hear, I feel, as a host.
Mm-mm.
When
Yeah, that's my
when your
favorite
guest
part.
actually says na, "Huy, ang galing mo." That's probably one of the most
Huy.
fulfilling moments as well. Siguro
In
walang
front of the
huy.
bosses pa.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Was
That's
Sir Andre
why.
there? Sam? Sir Andre, Miss
Was
Ina?
he there?
Wala na yata. I
Miss
think it was
Ina was
basta Miss
there.
Ina was there.
Okay.
And everyone, basta everyone.
Siyempre, humaba hair ni
Everyone.
Sam doon.
How about you, Danny? Your special moment with Mix.
Meron ako na aalala na, I think it was during quarantine na. And then, Ate Ai knows this. I'm such an overthinker. As in, lahat na ginagawa ko, ino-overthink ko. You know, I always talk to you guys about our interview with who's Ava Max, diba, Ate Ai? It was Ava Max, and then I cried pa after that interview. Tama ba? Ava Max?
Akala ko si Melanie
Spice
C.
Girl.
ng Spice
Yeah,
Girls.
Spice Girl.
Oh, yeah, no, Melanie
Yeah,
C.
yeah.
After Ava
Yeah.
Max, I was also, what's happening? So, dalawa pala, Melanie C. and then Ava Max. But anyway, and then during quarantine, I took it upon myself to really approach Miss Ina and Circle De. I mean, I messaged them and I was like, can I do something about it? Like, what am I doing wrong? As in, straight out, sabi ko, Miss Ina, Circle De, what do I need to improve on? Kasi nga, meron akong ganun parang, what can I improve? I want to be better. We all want to be better. Hosts, DJs, you know what I mean? But it's hard to, to see what areas you need to improve on. If walang, like, parang feeling ko kasi I always make mistakes. So I had to ask them talaga. And you know what they told me? Sabi nila, you're doing okay. Just one thing, be yourself. Be comfortable with being yourself. And when they told me that, I was like, okay po, sige po. Parang, you know how you feel as a kid and like when you think people are looking at you and judging you? That's how I feel like every single time. And I had to let go of that part of me. And it helped so much. It helped me so much when they said that. So, yun
Wait,
talaga yung
Danny,
tumatak ako.
Danny, did it make sense to you in that moment? Did that make sense to you? Yung question, yung advice na yan? Like
Yeah, it made
because
sense.
sometimes it's just like a piece of
Yes.
advice like love yourself or be confident. It's like, okay, you hear it a lot, but did it make sense?
It did. They actually explained, sabi nila, you know, walang piyok, akin lang yun. Sabi nila, you know what? You are all different. Anton is this, Sam is this, Ai, Edward, Robbie is this, and you are this. So own it. You have to own who you are. And that made complete sense to me.
My Morena story.
Pwede na?
True.
I actually found out that Danny and a close friend of mine, Trish Terado from my church, actually have been doing stuff like together for an advocacy as well. But I love it. I truly love it. I'm so happy. It's weird to say this, but I'm so proud of like all of you from like a supporter, a viewer from afar. Ang dami yung ginagawa, and I'm so happy that even after our, let's say, sort of our journey with Mix ended, you guys are still heading and doing stuff that you want to do, and I'm so happy as like a brother to all of you to be seeing that as well.
Aw.
So a lot of people are happy as well. We have so many people giving gifts. I think Beds was giving like over 1,500 halo-halo.
Thank
I was
you.
like, siguro pagod
Tsaka
yung
meron
thumb niya.
Yung bowl, ay yung Chocolate Hills. Grabe ka, Edward.
Wow.
Grabe yung mga diamonds
Grabe.
na sa Kwentong Barber. By the way,
Grabe
just wanna say
natin.
also, we're so proud of you, Edward.
Yes.
Also coming from,
Aw.
the mother
Yes.
hen perspective. Sobrang proud na kami sa'yo, lalo na nung himig na you were really carrying the torch. Pero grabe talaga, as in, ang galing mo na mag-host. We're so proud. We're so proud of you.
Aw, thank you. That honestly, Ate Ai was one of the first people to message me after watching it. And alam mo yung moment na kinilig ka ng sobra, yung gusto mo kang ipakita sa mama mo. Ganyan levels, Ate Ai.
Aww.
But we have to say a thank you to everyone who's been giving gifts as well. We have
Yes.
over 400,000 diamonds as of this moment. That's
Woo.
insane. To
Wow.
Mayward
Daming
Japan,
naming
Hey
guest.
Beds, Mayat Smith, Hong Kong Solo Flyers, Mayward, Callset 201, Yona Smith, Zita Lopez, Karen Kai, and Genevieve, Bernat,
Let's
Verna
go.
Taguines, Daisy Fabroa, Yona Smith, Sarah Hey Mayward, Zita Lopez once again. Thank you so much for everyone who's giving stuff. And I just want to speed this
Yes.
up because I actually has to go in just a while.
Sorry.
That's okay, of course. But one of the most exciting parts of today's episode is actually that I'm not sure what exactly is gonna happen, and that might sound weird because ako yung host ng show. But the way this episode will be set up today is that we have a bunch of questions from Instagram. I haven't seen any of them, and we will be answering those questions. So, honestly, guys, that's the whole thing I have in my script. I don't have anything else in
Oh,
the script.
Wow.
freestyle.
Um,
That's
What a
freestyle na
guy.
to.
Max.
Let's
What a
prioritize
host.
our time na lang. Atiana. So for this question, we will have everyone answering these questions. So Atiana, can we have our first question of the day?
Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun. Okay, from
Ooh.
Evelyn.Lariosa, what do you miss the most about each other? Let's try and keep this to like two
Ay, joke lang.
sentences.
Mhm.
Bawal, ano,
I haven't
walang
answered.
explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, Anton, what's your first? What do you miss most about all of us?
Naglag siya.
Ay!
Ano
siya?
Lagi?
You
Sorry.
have
Wala siya.
You are lagging.
Am I sorry? Do I answer? Is it everyone answers
Yeah.
this, no? Okay,
No,
I
no,
guess
no.
It's your
Everyone answers
moment.
this.
It's your moment.
talking with each other regularly. That's what I miss the most.
Ah!
was
I go
mine.
next.
Go
Okay.
Atay.
Ay,
Learning more about each other
Oh,
through
yeah.
Mix It Up. Kasi parang hindi wala ako masyadong parang alam sa world. So through your experiences, and we're very diverse kasi. So parang I learn a lot about different kinds of people. There.
Sam.
Shucks, wala na
Ako
akong sagot.
naman. Ako din, wala akong sagot, sis. I'm just really just talking right now. Wait lang.
Sam.
I just miss you guys, period. As in, just you. Like, you guys. I mean, diba? Like, your whole being, ganon. So, I miss that.
Oh, nice. What they said.
Nice.
Next question.
Ang hirap ng huli, no?
Hindi,
Oh.
ano na lang, making TikToks with each other.
oh my gosh.
Oh my
Personally, what I miss most was siguro I can say
With each
Um,
other. As in physically
yung mga
together.
corrections yung mga corrections ni Ai for my stuff.
You miss
Genuinely I'm serious because it's hard to find people who will genuinely correct you and be
That's
like
true.
it's really hard to find. I miss yung mga jokes na yung mga jokes ni Anton na walay pero nakakatawa pa rin. I love you,
Therefore,
Anton.
hindi na siya
I'm-
magay.
Exactly. I miss Sam's accent when she speaks. And I miss Danny's
Aw.
fitness workouts that she would always make us do. Okay,
you
next question.
never worked out with
I've
us.
never, but I saw
Ah.
at the Ice vlog
Ah.
before.
Ooh. Oh, my favorite vlog.
Okay, Atiana,
sorry.
question 2, por favor. Oh wow, from Hanchel
Ooh.
Duran. Was there ever a time na nakakantampuhan kayo or nagkaaway kayo or never? Ate Ai, you have a story?
Yeah, and I can only remember one na hindi nagkatampuhan pero like nagkatampuhan ba? But yun na yung closest na sa away. Nung prinank namin si Edward,
Ay,
talagang
okay.
sumama yung loob niya nun. Ayun ako!
So, to everyone who doesn't know what that's about, you can watch it.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
YouTube.
Pwede.
On
Yung-
YouTube.
Umiyak siya
Umiyak ako
talaga.
sa sobrang galit at sakit. You can still watch it. Wait, I'm not sure what the name of that prank was, but I'm sure if you look on Mix and you find,
Yeah.
pranking.
Vlogs.
Yan.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's all on YouTube. You guys can go check it out. Okay. We don't have to say anything else. I don't think there's ever a time we really
Yeah,
fought.
Wala.
Wala naman.
Nah, wala naman.
Wala.
We're very, very professional here at Mix. All right, Atiana,
Just like
next
laugh.
question.
Sabay tawa.
Parang may
Oh, wow.
tawa.
Oh.
Ooh, from Nalin
Oo.
Francie. For Edward, Anton,
Okay.
and Danny, what did you feel after knowing that you won't go on as a mixed VJ? I think we can also extend this question in some way to Ai and Sam. How did it
Yeah.
feel?
Mm,
Okay, eto na,
that's true.
medyo serious na to.
Oh
How did
no.
you feel as VJs knowing that we wouldn't go on, but you guys were? Kasi parang,
Mm.
in war, there's like the survivor's guilt or something like that. Parang ganon. I
Mm-mm.
know it wasn't your
Yeah.
fault, but it wasn't your decision either. But I'm sure it
Mhm.
wasn't. Was it weird talking to us after finding that out?
Yes. For me personally, I found it weird because I didn't know if it was something that I could talk about yet when I found out. And syempre, it was still fresh to everyone. And it was really killing me inside na I wasn't able to really talk about it kagad. Na I had to kind of keep it because I felt like I was lying and I felt like I was keeping a secret from everyone, which sucks. Like, that's not the best feeling ever. And syempre, I was really like sad. Syempre, because I was like, I'm not gonna have this kind of like bond with you guys as often anymore. So in the start, I really did really feel bad about it. But the way that you guys reacted to it really helped me also with that. Na parang you guys are super chill. Like I know you all went through your own stuff also emotionally and all of that. But the way that you still treated us like we were friends, like there was no competition, whatever, I think really made it better for me and I. Or I and I, sorry.
Ikaw naman, Ate Ai.
Okay, I have a story. Kasi,
Ooh.
guys, for those who don't know, we all thought we were not gonna be VJs anymore by September 2020, diba? So we were all on the same boat. So, yun nga, it's so weird na biglang malalaman mo, oh, we can save two. Parang ganon. So parang, at, at one point, you're so happy for,
Yeah.
yourself. Na parang, yay, you still have a job. You still get to keep being a mixed VJ. And then parang, oh, shoot, wait lang, my friends. Parang, I'm gonna leave them there. So, yeah, it was so hard. Lalo na nung ito, yung, si Anton kasi parang sabi niya nun, sa Daily Top 10, parang, oh, let's do something kasi it's gonna be the last mixed Daily Top 10. Pero that time, we already knew na hindi. Magtutuloy. So parang ang hirap sabihin na, no, Anton, meron pang next episode, parang gano'n. So ang hirap ng mga ganong moments lang. But thankfully, yun nga, as Sam said, you guys were very level-headed. Parang gets nyo na, it's not our call, it's no one's, nobody wanted it. It's just really something needed, that was necessary for Mix to survive.
As well as the fact that everyone at Mix has such a good relationship with
Yeah.
our bosses. So like for them,